Here we have an international touring exhibition from the Design Museum in London called The Future Is Here. So when we take an international touring exhibition like that, you take the objects, they come crated, and then they arrive and you need to display them in some way. Traditionally, you might create a series of plinths or shelves. And here we have asked a researcher from the Design Hub to build that exhibition furniture for us. And not just any old exhibition furniture, but the furniture itself is an exhibition in itself. It's a piece of design research. It's tackling very complex digital design thinking and outputting that as a series of tables. While the Design Museum exhibition is perhaps more focused on high street consumer products, things that you might be able to buy in the shops either today or in the very near future, the Melbourne exhibition is much more about speculation and experimentation. So these are projects that we've taken that are much more speculative. They're testing ideas in a way that they're not necessarily interested in a product outcome, but they're interested in constructing, say, a new replacement for your hip, should you have a cancerous bone that needs replacing. So we're taking an international touring exhibition and adding a component of only Melbourne work for this particular show, but it showcases and it puts in context that research. It says, this is stuff is going on internationally, and here's what's happening in your town. In this particular show, we're also embedding studios. So studios that would normally happen with students and their studio leaders up in the warehouse spaces in the building, we're bringing them down into the exhibition space. So during the Life of the Future is here at Design Hub, you can see students undertaking 3D printing studios where they understand the basics of those processes, but also where they're going to hack 3D printers that have been made by their studio leaders to produce food. Bloom by Alyssa Andrzejczyk and Jose Sanchez was commissioned by the Greater London Authority for the 2012 Olympics and Paralympics. And it was sited in a place where everyone and anyone could come and play with this object. It's a bright hot pink, like Barbie set of cells, and we got thousands of these cells here, ready to be put together with RMIT School of Architecture and Design students with Alyssa Andrzejczyk, who's going to be here shortly. They're going to build the initial pavilion/folly from which then anyone and everyone can come and play and help grow this work. It becomes then, with all of this participatory opportunity, a kind of urban toy or almost like a garden experience. As it grows and changes, it can become more of an architectural structure. It could become more like furniture. It can become very playful things depending on the applications in which it's used. But we're putting this out there as part of the Future Is Here exhibition. It wasn't originally curated as part of that exhibition, but we think it helps propel many of the ideas that this exhibition is about in terms of how we might manufacture in the future and how we might come together to get involved in pushing forward the ideas of this new industrial revolution and how all of us can become involved in those ideas.